Big Mike here on the mic. All right, so this is the Thursday, I call it the Thursday evening Rock and Road 5 o'clock ride, I guess. Starts at 5 o'clock from Rock and Road in Mission Viejo. We had about 13, 14 guys. A couple simple green guys here. There's Tino. Haven't ridden with him for a while. He is a grinder. Look at him just grind up the climb. So we're going up Cooks here. Moderate pace, not super hard. I'm trying to spin as always. The big guy's trying to spin. We weren't, like I said, we weren't going super hard. It was a hot day. I wasn't feeling real good on this day. It was hot. We were way down there at the bottom on El Toro, and I'm like, man, I am hot. And I looked at my at the temperature, and actually it was like 84, 85, so it wasn't super hot. So we're just going up the climb here, just went past Majeska there, or getting up here to Majeska at the Camelbacks, and yeah, we're going along pretty good, but nothing super spectacular. My heart rate's not even 160 yet, and we're just cruising along. I just wanted to, start this video. I've got a little bit longer video here. I'm going to talk about some of the things we could have done better on this ride. We got some super experienced guys here, some fit guys, some fast guys, and a small enough group. We could have done a lot better job trading pulls in the canyon, but we didn't. And sometimes that's just the way it is. I don't really have, a criticism. Hey, love all you guys, man. You're out here riding. There's, I think, Chari, one of the guys at Two Hubs. What a great mechanic that guy is, if I got it right. I think I had another guy kind of looks like his brother, Jarek. Sorry. Again, with the names, there's so many names. I think he's sitting on my wheel. I think he actually ended up dropping, but hey, he was out here with us on this hot day. So yeah, we got up here to the Camelbacks. I'm just trying to be efficient and save energy here because I know we got this steep little kicker coming up before the downhill side of it, and I'm going to need every little bit of energy I got, especially when I'm not feeling well. Hey, Evan Teskey there, I haven't seen him for quite some time. He's cruising through, no helmet. Honestly, that guy's such an amazing bike handler. He probably has a super hard head, so he doesn't need a helmet, right? You just don't see helmetless too often anymore, but that guy, yeah, he could get away with it. He's been around for a while, and wow, and man, he can sprint and he can roll on the bike for sure. So we're getting up here, getting ready to go on the downside. I don't really video the downhill part of this. I'm going to pick us back up here in the canyon, and I think I upped the speed of the video here at this portion, so it goes a little fast. But I was just sitting on the back again. I wasn't feeling good. Or feeling that great, but I still feel like, hey, if we get organized, if we can get ourselves organized, I'll get in and take my turn pulling. But I'm just kind of sitting on here to see if we are going to organize, if we're going to have some regular rotation, probably a counter rotation, because that wind usually comes off your left shoulder. So we almost always, if you're going to do it right here in the canyon, you almost always counter rotate. Looks like we're kind of getting ready to organize, but we don't really. And I'm sitting on and I'm kind of watching. We got Mike O'Connell up there at the front. That guy, last week we did this ride, and he just was punishing us. I did video it, but I never got around to making the actual video. So looks like Evan goes up there at the front. Evan does, but you can just tell we're not really organized. We just never got in a good organizational pattern. I'm sitting on, we're letting gaps open up. Evan lets a gap open up. Again, no real criticism. It's for the most part a friendly ride, so it's not like we have to organize. We're not racing. We're not trying to track down a break. We're not on a break in the Tour de France or anything. It's just a Thursday ride. Hot outside, sun's going by. There's John, Simple Green. So you can see Mike's way up there on the front. You could barely see him. We're trying to chase, and here I slow it down a bit to again just kind of. We started to get a little bit organized, but there are more guys behind me that are in front of me, and we're not really in a pace line here. Looks like we're about to be. Mark Hoffenberg goes off the front, not off the front, but he's trying to. Looks like he's trying to do the pace line thing. We got Mike Zano here. He goes. He gives me the come around. Actually did a nice. That was almost perfect, to be honest. I come around and then boom. There's no where it hit. Hey, hello. Anybody want to come around? Anybody? There we go. Bob, who was third or fourth back there, actually ends up coming around instead of the other guys that were behind. Chari, to his credit, he comes around. He's trying to get some form and get into fitness, so he's he's actually probably one of the guys who shouldn't have come around. So he's telling us, he's like, come on, let's go. So nobody comes around him. There's nobody on his wheel. So I end up going, and I end up hitting it hard here. Trying to track down this Mike here in front of me. Bob comes around again. So there's a bunch of guys sitting on the back. Monty, Evan, Ed, John. There's John. John comes around, but again, we just didn't organize. I know I'm probably beating a dead horse here at this point in time, but these little gaps, man, you let them open up, and it's just painful riding this way. You just can't get in a rhythm. It's just painful. So now I'm going off the front. I'm 500 watts, 550 watts. Thank goodness my heart rate's not too high. Almost 600 watts, a little bit of downhill here. I know when I can get in that draft, I can kind of pull myself back up to them or have the draft pull me back up. So I know I'm going to get on a wheel here, get on Hoffenberg's wheel. There's another guy that can ride. Wow. I tell you, that guy has ripped my legs off so many times, it's not even funny. So, Bob kind of goes off. I come up here. I'm not riding perfect either. I'm not throwing stones, man, at anybody, because you can throw them right back at me. The right thing for me to do would have been to come around and get in this pace line and help these guys out. But they have a little bit more firepower than me, and like I said, I wasn't feeling that great. So we're coming up here to this little kicker that we run into, and I think I pretty much end this little section here where this kicker, as you can see, we never just organized in the canyon there. And, hey, that's how it goes sometimes. Oh, sped things up here. This is going up dump hill. Didn't do anything super spectacular up dump. Again, we got no real pace line going, but hey, those guys that we're sitting on in the canyon, guess what? There they are, going up dump hill. Dudes. But, I've done that before. I get it. It's cool. I'm on Bob's wheel, honestly. Bob, man. I think you're my favorite wheel to be on, to be honest. There's Evan again. So he was sitting on that whole canyon. But you know what? He gets to. He's been around for such a long time. He gets a bye. Poor Mike Zano here, spinning. Mark kind of, you didn't get mad at him. Actually, Mark only says something to you if he likes you, I think. And I've never really seen him get mad. It's all constructive criticism. But he wanted Mike to come around right before we got to the climb there on Dump Hill. And Zano actually had been tracking some of those breaks down from guys that weren't coming around, and it was just kind of funny. So, hey, Mike, don't take it too seriously. I think Mark sees your potential, man. You're riding strong, so he wouldn't have said anything to you if he didn't think you could have pulled through there, which, it's okay that you didn't, to be honest. So they're going. We're hitting some fairly decent watts. Again, nothing spectacular. A lot of traffic in the afternoon up here at the top of Dump. Much rather ride that in the morning. So we're going on the downhill here. Then we just kind of ride lazy again all the way down here through Newport and Tustin. I think that's the Tustin area. And poor Ed, man, he hit something in the road, got bloody leg. The sharks were after him. So it sounded bad, and it probably was a little painful, to be honest, because that's a nice little gash he got in his leg there when we were on Portola. So I just wanted to get that in there so everybody will believe you when you said you got cut. All right, so here we come up to where I know it's going to be game on Portola here. I think, this is still Portola all the way out to Modjeska, and you can watch the watts, and it starts off pretty hard, then it settles in a little bit. Again, Okano is up there hitting it hard. I know Hoffenberg is always up there hitting it hard. And I actually get dropped here because, again, there's guys on my wheel that we really didn't cooperate very well with. So we're coming up here to go under the toll road. We got Spinner Mike again. I think one of the spinnier guys out there. The spinnier guys? Yeah. Spin, efficiency, all about efficiency. And without a doubt, spinning is more efficient for your aerobics in general, rather than the big grind there and hitting all those big, slow twitch or fast twitch muscle fibers and exhausting those. You don't want to do that. You want to keep your spinning guys spinning in your heart going, heart pumping, that O2 in your blood running through the legs. And they need that energy. So we're going hard here. Again, you could kind of follow my RPMs and the watts, and the guys on the front are hitting it. We're not. No one's really taking pulls. A little bit of a gap open. John is gassed there. I don't blame him. And then Mike gives up, so now it's up to me, and I'm going 550 watts, putting a little bit of time into them. I know I've got some good guys behind me. Monty, I know he's back there. Ed has been riding good. I'm waiting for them to come around. So I'm like, you know what? I got no more gas, so I'm going to slow down a bit. These guys should actually be coming around me and closing this gap with me, but they don't. There finally comes Monty, but he's not going super hard. There's Ed. See, they had been sitting on there. They should have come around a lot. One comes on the right, one comes on the left. Like, yeah, I'm not complaining. Hey, I love these guys, man. It's all fun. But then they start sprinting to get up there to those guys. I'm like, dude, come on. You can bring me with you? I just like, fine, whatever. It's cool. So we finish up. We get all the way back here up. Getting on this dirt trail here, I kind of think of this as a Paris-Roubaix. I actually go sideways here a little bit. Watch. But, hey, held it together. Didn't crash. Tino ahead of me again, grinding in the big gears. He's got some muscly legs, though, so he's grinding the big gears. I'm going to pass him. Like Tom Boonen passing Paolo Bettini in 1999. I don't know. Was Boonen around then? Bettini was. Whatever. Maybe 2003. So, come on, Tino. Let me go past you here, man. Grinder. Going to come past you and get you up to Ed. So I got my Zip 404s on the gravel with my Sarto. Yep. So man, that Sarto is a cross bike now. So we're doing the cross stuff. It's kind of bonus footage here. This is just a fun little way to end. We're not ending the ride, but kind of think of this as the end of the ride. Don't really go hard after this. I'm not necessarily going super hard here, but it's kind of a cool little trail to go up in this new section here, I guess. I don't know. Is it Mission Viejo, Lake Forest? I don't know what the heck area this actually is incorporated as. Not really sure, but got this nice little trail, and Ed's getting out and going hard. I think we still got John up there. Those guys actually, when some of them dropped us way back there, we actually eventually caught back up to them, but it took quite some time. Hoffy waited for us on the corner. It was nice of them. So, yep, we're just kind of cranking up here. It's steeper than it looks, actually. And I go, hey, I know a shortcut. Trying to catch those guys up there, so I take a little shortcut here. I actually cut them off at the pass a little bit. They're still ahead of me, though. I'm not going super hard. Again, I was hot. I never really felt good the entire day. Never could get the legs to do quite what they wanted to. But it's kind of fun through here, just this little twisty turny. It actually almost looks like I'm going downhill, but it's uphill. Oh, that was a little downhill there, minus 1% or 1%. I don't know. Can't even read my gauges. 0%. Then it kicks up. But you got these nice little curves, so it's kind of fun to do. And the faster you go, the more fun it is, I suppose. I just kind of like this footage. You know what? Riding your bike. If it ain't fun, don't do it. Tell you, some of these rides were so competitive, though. It's like, man. But you know what? I guess that is what makes it fun. We like the pain. We like the pain and the sweat and the blood. Ed had the blood on him. So that's actually happened to me. Get a big gash in your leg or your foot there from hitting something on the road. It's like, oh, yeah. Still got them scars, battle scars. It's pretty cool. So just twisting through here, pretty much the ride's going to come to an end when this trail ends. Goes down on one of the little circly bebops, whatever the heck they're called in Europe. I think I would know what the name of that thing is. Getting old. Can't remember. Got no brain cells left after this. So yeah, pretty much ride ends here. Just going to fade her to black as usual. Later.